There comes a moment in every person's life when they look in the mirror and realize they have spent years saying sorry for absolutely everything. Sorry for being too quiet. Sorry for being too loud. Sorry for dreaming big. Sorry for being different. Sorry for existing in a way that others didn't understand. But life becomes powerful, peaceful, and unstoppable the moment you stop apologizing for who you are. The moment you finally say, "This is me. Take it or leave it." Because the truth is simple. The world doesn't reward those who shrink. It rewards those who stand tall. And today's episode is all about helping you regain your voice, reclaim your identity, and rise without fear. Rule 1. Stop apologizing for your personality. Your personality is not something you should ever shrink, hide, or apologize for, because it is the purest expression of who you truly are, shaped by your experiences, your upbringing, your struggles, your victories, your DNA, your dreams, and every tiny moment that made you you. Yet for most of your life, people have tried to mold you into something else. Don't be so loud. Don't be so shy. Don't be so emotional. Don't be so serious. Don't be so ambitious. Don't be so weird. Don't be so different. Little by little, those words make you feel like your natural self is a problem that needs fixing. But here's the absolute truth. There is nothing wrong with you. There never was, and there never will be. The world tries to make you apologize because they don't understand you, not because you are wrong. Some people can't handle your fire. Others can't understand your silence. Some people are threatened by your confidence. Others misunderstand your kindness. Some think your dreams are too big. Others think your standards are too high. But that is their limitation, not yours. Your personality is your signature. It is the reason you connect with certain people and the reason you will inspire others one day. When you apologize for who you are teaching yourself that you must earn permission just to exist. No more. If you are loud, own it. If you are quiet, embrace it. If you are introverted, that doesn't make you weak. It makes you observant, deep, thoughtful. If you are extroverted, that doesn't make you annoying. It makes you vibrant, expressive, alive. If you are emotional, that doesn't make you dramatic. It makes you human. If you are ambitious, that doesn't make you greedy. It makes you purposeful. The people who truly belong in your life will never ask you to apologize for your personality. They will appreciate it, celebrate it, and even depend on it. You were not born to edit yourself, to shrink yourself, or to silence your natural light. You were born to show the world the full version of you. When you stop apologizing for your personality, you stop living life in chains. You become confident, grounded, powerful, and free. And the moment you embrace the real you, your entire world begins to change. Rule 3. Stop apologizing for your strength. There is a moment in everyone's life when they realize that being strong makes people uncomfortable, because your strength reminds them of what they're not willing to do. And sometimes, without even noticing, you start dimming your own power just to make others feel better. You pretend you're not ambitious because people call you too much. You act like you're not confident because others accuse you of being proud. You hide your abilities because people get jealous. But here is the truth you must understand if you want to live freely. Your strength is not a threat. Your strength is your survival. Every challenge you've overcome, every heartbreak, every setback, every night you cried alone, every moment you kept going when life tried to break you, all of that created a level of strength that many people will never understand. You didn't become strong by accident. You became strong because life gave you no other choice. Don't apologize for that. Don't shrink your voice just because others speak softly. Don't pretend to be weak just because your strength intimidates insecure people. You've walked through storms others will never experience. You held yourself together when nobody came to save you. You fought battles in silence that would have destroyed someone else. And somehow, despite everything, you're still standing, still learning, still growing, still trying. That is strength. That is courage. That is power. Never apologize for the fire in you. It's the reason you survived. People may misunderstand your strength. They may say you are aggressive, too driven, too focused, too fearless, too determined. But that's because they only see your results, not your scars. Strength is not arrogance. It's the quiet proof that you refuse to give up. When you apologize for your strength, you give the world permission to treat you like someone weak. Don't do that. You deserve to walk with your head high, to speak with clarity, to choose boldly, to live confidently, to protect your peace, and to set your boundaries without fear. Your strength is not something you should hide. It is something you should honor, celebrate, and carry proudly. You earned it with pain. You earned it with effort. You earned it with every hardship you overcame. So stop saying sorry for being powerful. Stop apologizing for knowing your worth. Stop shrinking your voice for people who refuse to grow. You are strong because you have to be, and because your future requires it. Let your strength shine. Let it guide you. Let it become the example that inspires others to rise too. Rule 4. Stop apologizing for setting boundaries. One of the biggest reasons people lose themselves is because they spend years allowing everyone else to cross their boundaries, drain their energy, and take advantage of their kindness. And every time they try to speak up, they immediately say sorry. But you must understand something. Protecting your peace is not something you apologize for. It's something you enforce. Setting boundaries doesn't make you rude, selfish, or cold-hearted. It makes you someone who respects themselves. For too long, you've allowed people to treat you in ways you didn't deserve because you were afraid of disappointing them. You said yes when you wanted to say no. You forgave behavior that hurt you. You stayed quiet even when something was breaking your heart. And every time you tried to protect yourself, someone made you feel guilty for it. But here's the truth. The only people who get upset when you create boundaries are the ones who benefited from you having none. And you cannot keep betraying yourself just to keep the peace with others. You're not responsible for other people's comfort. You are responsible for your own mental health, your time, your emotional energy, your future, and your life. The more you grow, the more you'll realize that boundaries are not walls, they're filters. They keep the wrong people out while allowing the right people in. And the people who truly love you will never be hurt or offended because you needed space, rest, clarity, or emotional distance. They will respect your limits because they respect you. The people who get angry, manipulate you, guilt-trip you, or call you selfish are showing you exactly why the boundary was needed in the first place. You don't owe anyone constant access to you. You don't owe anyone your time 24/7. You don't owe anyone explanations for protecting your heart. You don't owe anyone the version of you that sacrifices your own peace to make them feel better. You are allowed to walk away from toxic people. You are allowed to cut off disrespect. You are allowed to stop giving chances to those who waste them. You are allowed to leave situations that make you feel small, stressed, unappreciated, or unsafe. You are allowed to choose yourself, loudly and unapologetically. And when you choose yourself, you don't need to say, sorry. Boundaries are how you teach people to treat you. Boundaries are how you rebuild your self-worth. Boundaries are how you protect the future you are working for. So from this moment on, make it clear. Your peace is not negotiable, your energy is not free, and your heart is not a playground. Set your boundaries like a person who knows their value. And never apologize for protecting what's sacred. You. Rule 5. Stop apologizing for your growth. There will come a moment in your life when you start growing faster than the people around you. And that's exactly when you will begin to feel guilty for changing. You'll notice you think differently. You want different things. You no longer enjoy old habits, and you no longer fit into the same circles you used to. And instead of being proud of your evolution, you start apologizing for it. You apologize for wanting better. You apologize for dreaming bigger. You apologize for raising your standards. You apologize for outgrowing relationships, environments, conversations, and lifestyles that no longer match your purpose. But here is the truth that most people never learn. Growth is supposed to make you uncomfortable, and it is supposed to make other people uncomfortable too. Your growth exposes their excuses. Your discipline exposes their laziness. Your ambition exposes their fear. Your courage exposes their comfort zone. And sometimes people will try to pull you back to who you used to be. Not because your growth is wrong, but because your growth reminds them of what they're not doing. But you did not survive everything you've been through just to stay the same. You did not fight battles, heal wounds, overcome trauma, and rebuild yourself just to shrink for people who refuse to evolve. You are not obligated to remain the version of yourself that others understand. Every version of your past self served a purpose, but none of them are meant to be your final destination. You are allowed to change your mind. You are allowed to want more. You are allowed to reinvent yourself again and again. You are allowed to leave behind anything that doesn't support the person you're becoming. Never apologize for reading more, learning more, trying new things, taking risks, choosing healthier habits, chasing uncomfortable goals, or surrounding yourself with people who lift you up. Never apologize for wanting peace instead of drama, growth instead of stagnation, purpose instead of distraction. Growth is not betrayal. Growth is self-respect. Growth is freedom. And the people who truly care for you will celebrate your transformation, not shame you for it. So from this moment forward, walk into your new chapter with confidence. Let the old version of you rest. Let the world adjust to your evolution. And remind yourself every day, you don't need permission to grow. You don't need validation. You don't need approval. You only need courage. Courage to leave behind what's familiar and step into the life you deserve. Your growth is not something to hide. Your growth is your power. Before you go, remember this. Life will not wait for you. The world will keep moving whether you grow or stay the same. But the difference between you and everyone else is that you are choosing not to waste your life. You're choosing to rise, even when it's difficult. You're choosing to believe in yourself, even when others doubt you. You're choosing to walk forward, even when the path feels lonely. And that right there is what will separate you from the 99% who stay stuck. Every time you choose growth over comfort, you rewrite your destiny. Every time you choose discipline over excuses, you upgrade your future. Every time you choose courage over fear, you break a generational pattern. So, do not apologize for your evolution. Use it. Let it shape you into someone unstoppable. Let it become the fire that pushes you into places the old you could never reach. Because here's the truth. They never teach you. Your life does not change when the world believes in you. Your life changes when you believe in you. And today, you have just taken one more step toward the strongest version of yourself. So keep going, keep evolving, keep becoming. And if this episode touched your heart, inspired your mind, or reminded you of your potential, then do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Because together, we are building a community of people who refuse to settle, refuse to quit, and refuse to live small. This is your moment. This is your revolution and your new life. It starts now.